I love card games. I have 6 sun-bleached basic lands from Magic the Gathering on my windshield. Yeah, I include wastes. I always loved the art of card games, recognizing characters, creatures, and mythos from worlds and cultures real or imaginary. I love when games build their own idea of a card game that's known and played by everyone. Tetramaster and Final Fantasy IX is one I've been putting hours into lately. Today we're talking about 3 games developed by Ludosity with a similar feel, those being Card City Nights and its sequel, with PsyCard as a third to shake things up along the way. With a cast of humorously written characters brought together from Ludosity's previous games, Card City Nights is a single-player, arrow-matching card game full of personality that can be enjoyed by parents and children together, featuring all the fun of collecting and playing cards for less than the price of a coffee. As Card Playa, or whatever you decide to name yourself, set off into your new hometown and meet the local card nuts. Most of the folks living in the city are raring to play cards with you. If you want to make it big and win the 1 million coin prize, you're going to need to earn 8 legendary cards from the best players across the city and challenge the Card King. Children learn to string together combos of 3 symbols or more in order to attack, defend, or revive disabled cards. Each player starts with 7 life, and victory is achieved by bringing your opponent's life to 0, or disabling their cards, both accomplished via attack combos, causing them to fill their 3x3 boards so they are unable to continue playing. Matches can consist of single rounds, best of 3, or best of 5. Strategies are varied here, and the computer players are no slouches. Children will need to learn careful and adaptable play to make it to the end of the adventure. Don't worry though, there's no penalty for losing, and opponents are happy to play you as many times as you like. Deck building is a major part of the game, and between card matches you'll definitely want to keep updating your deck with newly earned cards and create new decks to counter tricky strategies. Optional battles can be undertaken repeatedly to earn booster packs, and an in-game mall offers a selection of card singles to spend your gold coins on. Worry not, in-app purchases are completely absent. Everything in-game is earned through play. 2016's PsyCard is Minesweeper turned
Minesweeper.
Do people still remember Minesweeper? Ludosity certainly did, because their dystopic yet cozy cyberpunk-themed world evolves the gameplay of Minesweeper into an easy-to-learn, difficult-to-master competitive card game, playable alone or with a friend. In story mode, children pick their favorite among 4 main characters and proceed to play through several PsyCard tournaments, large and small, to place their rank among the best competitors. The game's pacing is very relaxed, and win or lose, the story mode will progress uninterrupted, meant to be a casual, comfortable tour through the enjoyable psychic sport. Minesweeper veterans will find the basic mechanics rather familiar, except with matches broken into quick 2-player rounds. First to the score limit wins. The game's tutorial is a bit sparse, so newcomers will likely need some time to figure things out. Each card you flip reveals information about its surrounding cards. Plus signs indicate apple cards. Collect 3 of the 5 scattered around the board, and you win the round. A skull will end the round in a loss for whoever flipped it, meaning the opponent gains vital points towards their victory. Lastly, stars provide extra points if you win the round, but more importantly, they charge your character's star meter, which allows the use of unique psychic abilities, such as revealing unknown cards to reduce risky plays, or to control an opponent's next move. New characters encountered in the story mode are unlocked in the multiplayer mode, which provides custom rule sets and game variants to tailor the game experience how you like, such as turning off star abilities if you find them unfair. A mode simply titled Friends Quest stars the cyborg heroine Friend in her own dungeon crawler, providing a bonus retro adventure to explore and practice your card flipping prowess. PsyCard also supports hot seat multiplayer, which, while a bit slow to pass back and forth, is very entertaining with a friend. Even for those who couldn't wrap their head around the numeric nightmare of a tough Minesweeper game, PsyCard may be a good contemporary middle ground to enjoy its classic risk-reward strategy. It's another night full of cards and characters in this futuristic sequel to Ludosity's arrow-matching collectible card game. With fresh new cards, a revamped game system, and bigger story mode, Card City Nights 2 delivers a significant content upgrade over the original, simultaneously introducing its own innovations like challenge runs and online multiplayer capability. Card City Nights 2 takes place on the starship Frivolity, a spacefaring city-sized vessel home to inhabitants of every shape, size, and species, who are of course still obsessed with the card game, the only card game played in space according to the game's description. Pacing is the same as before. Travel the ship's various points of interest and challenge strong opponents in search of legendary cards, building your own deck into a formidable force as you go. New mechanical changes make the card game much more interactive this time, and better for it. Instead of two separated 3x3 boards, cards are placed by both players across a single 6x3 board, allowing strategic blocking by placing your own cards over an opponent's arrows, preventing their combos while building your own. Cards also have timers now, taking several turns once activated to resolve, but making it possible to chain activated cards for longer combos. Some cards have effects that trigger for every turn they are active, some delay or tick down the timer. The design space here is much more robust than before, and thus there's a lot of possibilities when deck building. Online multiplayer provides cross-platform support between the mobile and Steam versions of the game. From the beginning, children can build decks from the full card collection to play against others. As of this review, the game is 2 years old and its online player base is almost non-existent, but you can still use a password feature to connect with friends and play your best decks against one another. Ludosity's card titles are a trio of cozy hangouts, sometimes by yourself, sometimes with a friend, and always with a kickin' soundtrack to mellow through hours of card shuffling fun. I only wish I were psychic in real life,
so I could play PsyCard
on my own living room table. It doesn't take a psychic to divine that. This has been Chris Guest for Children's Technology Review.